Namaste everyone, I am Ramya Shri. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. Today on this auspicious occasion of Guru Pournima or Vyasa Pournima, I am presenting this special video. Every year we observe Ashada Pournima as Guru Pournima or Vyasa Pournima as Maharshi Vedavyas started narrating Mahabharata, the greatest epic of all times, and Bhagavan Shri Ganesha started noting down this Mahabharata on this Shubh Tithi. And hence this Shubh Tithi, Ashada Pournima, is also known as Vyasa Pournima. Maharshi Vedavyas is considered as one of the greatest gurus in a Sanatan Dharma, as his works not just includes Mahabharata, but he is the author of Bhagavata Purana and many other Sanatan Dharmic texts. As the name says, Maharshi Vedavyas assembled the Vedas, which is the treasure house of knowledge in a Sanatan Dharma. And hence, this tithi is also known as Guru Pournima. On this auspicious tithi, Guru Pournima, we pay our gratitude to our spiritual teachers who shows us the path of Dharma, which is very essential in one's life. So, Guru Pournima, that is Ashada Pournima, also marks the beginning of Chaturmasa, which are the 4 auspicious months in a Hindu calendar. And these 4 months, Mahavishnu will be in sleep. Just 4 days before Ashada Pournima, we have Devashaini Ekadashi, that is on Ashada Shukla Ekadashi, or also known as Pratama Ekadashi or Devashaini Ekadashi. And that's when Bhagavan Shiva will come into prime form. That is, Bhagavan Shiva will not just be Laya Karta but also Sthiti Karta. In a Sanatan Dharma, we have a concept of Trinity, that is Srishti, Sthiti and Laya. And during this 4 months, when Bhagavan Vishnu is asleep, that's when Bhagavan Shiva takes up the work of Bhagavan Vishnu also. That is, the maintaining the world as well as the destruction, which is his original work. And that's why during this 4 months, worshipping Bhagavan Shiva is also considered as very auspicious, and because Bhagavan Shiva is Bholenath, it is expected to receive a greater amount of benefits as well. And that's why Ashada Pournima is very important day to start any kind of spiritual sadhana. Now let's know who is Maharshi Vedavyas. Vyasam Vasishta Naptaram Shakte Pautramakalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Shukatatam Taponidim Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahman Idaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. So these 2 shlokas from Vishnu Sahasranama details out the lineage of Maharshi Vedavyas. Maharshi Vedavyas belongs to the family of Maharshi Vasishta, who is one of the Manasa Putras of Brahmadeva. Maharshi Vasishta and Devi Arundhati had a son by name Shakti, and through Shakti they had a grandson, Maharshi Parashara. Maharshi Parashara is one of the greatest astrologer and one of the main author of the classical scriptures in Vedic astrology. His works are Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, which is considered or widely appreciated in the field of Vedic astrology. We consider this as one of the main and important scripture, and we have a tradition of predictions only based on this. So Parashari method of predictions comes from Maharshi Parashara. Maharshi Parashara, while in a Vayu Vihara, actually found a fisherwoman and found out that at a certain divine time period, if he could impregnate her, then one of the greatest Maharshis would be born, who will be a beacon of light for Sanatan Dharma. With the approval of Devi Satyavati, who is that fisherwoman, he impregnated her, and that's how Maharshi Vedavyasa was born. The birth name of Maharshi Vedavyasa was Krishna Dvaipayana, and Krishna Dvaipayana was none other than the incarnation of avatar of Bhagwan Vishnu himself. That's why Maharshi Vedavyas is Mahavishnu and Mahavishnu is in the roop of Maharshi Vedavyas. So this is what the shloka, the last shloka which I narrated, Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave denotes. So Maharshi Vedavyas is a kind of beacon of light for a Sanatan Dharma, has he authored many Sanatan Dharmic texts, assembled many Sanatan Dharmic texts, and actually gave a new direction of light for people who believe and follow Sanatan Dharma. In this video, I'll present the horoscopes of three greatest acharyas of this Kali Yuga, that is Sri Adi Shankaracharya, Sri Ramanujacharya and Sri Madhvacharya, and I'll try to explain from astrological principles how spirituality was imbibed in their horoscope and how they were destined to obtain such esteemed position in their lives in this Kali Yuga. So let's begin with it. This is the chart of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Sri Adi Shankaracharya was born in Kalati, Kerala, and at those times Sanatana Dharma was at a very difficult condition from sustenance point of view. So if we look at the chart of Sri Adi Shankaracharya, Lagna is Karka Lagna and has exalted Jupiter. All the four Kendras has exalted planets. Exalted Jupiter, exalted Saturn, exalted Mars, exalted Sun. So 1, 4, 7, 10 has all exalted planets, which itself indicates that his birth was one of a divine intervention. And not just that, the Lagna Lord Moon in the 12th house, not aspected by any benefits, but in Shubhakartari Yoga, indicates that it's Alpayu as well, but for a very divine and for a spiritual cause. And we know that Sri Adi Shankaracharya died at the age of 32 years or entered the Samadhi at the age of 32 years. And his original Ayu, which was promised, was 16 years. But because the amount of work he could do, he was blessed with 16 more years. And that's how Sri Adi Shankaracharya lived till the age of 32 years. And then he entered the Samadhi at the age of 32 years. So here we can see that ninth Lord Jupiter, who is in the Lagna, exalted. So Sri Adi Shankaracharya at those times itself traveled length and breadth of a country to establish Sanatan Dharma, to restore Sanatan Dharma. And not just that, he established four mutts in four different corners based on four Vedas. So in Sringeri, in south direction, he established Yajur Veda, and in another corner, that is in the west corner in Dwaraka, he established the Samaveda Mata, and in the east, Jagannath Puri, he established Rigvedic Mata, and in the north, in Badri, he established the Atharva Veda Mata. So all the four matas are based on different Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama and Atharva Veda. And all these four matas have Shankaracharyas, the next Shankaracharyas, and who are actually following the same tradition or parampara of it. And these four have been the greatest pillars also in a country who has withheld or who has retained the Sanatan Dharma in a country. So here also in the chart we can see that the kind of determination, Mars aspect on the Lagna and Jupiter in the Lagna and Moon in the Shubhakartari Yoga and in the 12th house, which is very important for spirituality. Also, the second lord in the 10th house. So, through his speech, through his discourses, he spread the word of Hinduism across the country. And Venus, who is the 4th and 11th lord, is in the 11th house and along with Mercury. So, through his acumen as well as through his debating skills, he won many debates. He won against many other Pandits and Acharyas and proved that Atma and Paramatma are one and the same. So this Venus-Mercury conjunction also denotes this. And Saturn aspecting the Lagna, Mars aspecting the Lagna, and having Jupiter in the Lagna. So having all these combinations shows that how it actually imbibed the spirituality in him. And also Sri Adi Shankaracharya is a divine avatar of Bhagwan Shiva. So this also very much noted here, because when horoscope has so much of exalted planets and well placed planets, so it is an indication that the person was born on this planet Earth to do something great. That is, for some great cause, the person has taken birth in this life. So this is very much noted in this horoscope. So this was Sri Adi Shankaracharya's horoscope. Next we'll move ahead to Sri Ramanujacharya's horoscope. This is the chart of Sri Ramanujacharya. There is a slight variation in the degrees, so just consider the planetary positions. So Sri Ramanujacharya is also born in Karka Lagna with debilitated Mars, and Lagna Lord Moon is in the ninth house, and Saturn is in the sixth house, Ketu in the fifth house, Rahu Ketu in 511 axis, which is also very important for spirituality, because Ketu is exalted in Vrishchik Rashi, and also he is in Pushkar Bhaga here. So which is very important, which was that's one of the most auspicious point. And same with Rahu. Rahu is also exalted here, and the second lord sun is exalted in the 10th house. So this also shows that through speech and through discourses, Sri Ramanujacharya also uh, propounded Vedanta Siddhanta, that is Vishishtadvaita Siddhanta, so which mentions that this Atma is actually the Amsha of Paramatma only, but as it has come to this Bhuloka, it has got culminated of many sins, and it has to get purified before going and rejoining the Paramatma. So this Visishta Dvaita has been followed by Vaishnavites or Sri Ramanujacharya's followers. And we can see here that Venus Mercury conjunction in the sun also. So this is a Lakshmi Narayana yoga also, and this shows that. And Jupiter, who is the sixth lord, is in the 12th house, forming such Viprit Raj Yoga, and also ninth house is getting connected to the 12th house. So this shows the amount of spirituality Sri Ramanujacharya had. Also to say, the fifth lord and the 10th lord Yoga Karaka Mars is in the Lagna, and the seventh lord and eighth lord Saturn is in the sixth house, and it shows that how he actually traveled across the countries and made people follow Sanatan Dharma and converted them to this Pantha, and how he also helped to revive Hinduism is very well noted from this chart. So the Lagna Lord going to the ninth house and ninth Lord in the 12th house. So this is also one of the very nice signification, because moon is in the Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra, which is Shani's Nakshatra. So it also shows the saintly nature of Sri Ramanujacharya, and he traveled. So that traveling long distance travel and having that dharmic mindset also is shown in this horoscope. So this also we can see from Sri Ramanujacharya's horoscope. Next we'll go ahead for Sri Madhvacharya's horoscope. So this is the chart of Sri Madhvacharya, who propounded the Vedanta Siddhanta, Dvaita Siddhanta. So as per which Atma is different and Paramatma is different, and Bhagwan Vishnu is the Sarvottama, Hari Sarvottama, and Vayu, that is this from the mankind perspective. So Hanuman is the and among all the jivas, he is the Uttama. So the Hari Sarvottama and Vayu Jivottama is actually a phrase coined by Sri Madhvacharya. So if we see his horoscope, it is Makar Lagna, and Moon is in the Lagna in Shravan Nakshatra, and Jupiter is retrograde and is debilitated in this Rashi. But because it is sitting with Moon, and also it is aspected by Saturn and also Mars, because Jupiter and Mars is both debilitated in this horoscope. So there is a wonderful Neech Bang Raj Yoga as well. And also there is Mandi also in the Lagna, and there is a 1 and 7 exchange also. Seventh Lord Moon in the Lagna, Lagna Lord Moon in the Lagna Lord Saturn in the seventh house, and this Mars Saturn conjunction also in the seventh house. It shows that how his propounded theory was not actually accepted, and there was a bit of controversial statement also based on the Siddhanta, and over the time also we can see it has been carried out. But even his theory has been accepted, and Sri Madhvacharya also has great followers who have accepted his theory and has been following that tradition.
And there are 8 matas in Udupi also, which actually follow Sri Madhvacharya's teachings as well. And we can see the fifth lord getting in connected with eighth house, which is the moksha trikon. And also to note, Rahu Ketu in 6-12 axis, especially Ketu in the 12th house, is very important for spirituality. And here 8th lord sun is getting connected to the 9th house sun, so that's also very important, because 9th house is dharma bhava and 8th house is for spirituality or adhyatmic chintan, like occult science, astrology as well. So 8 and 9 getting connected is also good. And Moon has the connection of all the 3 outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars. So it makes the person was born for a different purpose in life, and also because of all the outer planets aspecting it or making a connection. So that naturally brings the Vairagya Bhava in Sri Madhvacharyaru, and that's how we can see uh, Sri Madhvacharyaru actually renounced the worldly life and became a saint and started preaching and also taking discourses, and that's how the Dvaita Siddhanta came into after his series of study and in-depth analysis, and through his discourses and through his um, speeches is when Dvaita Siddhanta came into existence. So we can see it very clearly in the horoscope. So this was for the all the acharyas horoscopes.
This was my analysis of all the 3 Acharyas' horoscopes. I have taken their horoscopes from this book of Sri K. Rao sir, one of the finest Vedic astrologers our country has ever seen. So this is the book of Rao sir, by name Dips into Divinity, Astrology and History. So I suggest to give it a read if you are an astrological enthusiast. This also gives the astrobiographical sketch of other saints as Sri Swami Yogananda and Swami Vivekananda as well. So this was the special video. I hope you liked it. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to receive instant notifications. So until we meet next time, thank you. Have a good day.